So have you ever found yourself saying things to yourself like, I'm just not that creative, or maybe I'm not really good at math or really good at sports, or I'm just really quiet. I'm not an extrovert. And because of those thoughts, you kind of limit yourself in some way because you just think that's just not me. Or maybe have you ever found yourself in a conversation, and in that conversation, you start reminiscing about your past and your past achievements, your past glory, all the incredible achievements that you had in your younger years, yet somehow present day to day, you just can't seem to replicate that success. So you just end up kind of leaning into that narrative, leaning into that story of your past you, your glorious, your amazing superstar you, even though your present you is kind of a shadow of that. Now, if you said yes to any of these questions, I want you to know that you're not alone, because I can resonate to each and every question that I asked you in this channel. Welcome back. My name is Belinda and this is BelsVerse. And today I want to talk to you about a very, very important and critical story that is not only near and dear to my heart, but will help you understand and hopefully grow out like a butterfly into the next phase of your life and the next phase of your success. So this is my story. About 10 months ago, after years and years and years of, thinking about, dreaming about, wishing about starting a YouTube channel where I get to share my story, I recorded my very first video on BelsVerse. And then I recorded a couple more videos, and then it hit me. I have spent about a decade not posting anything online, not anything significant. I have no idea what I'm doing. I was so scared. I felt so out of my depth. I felt just so unqualified to even be a voice in this space that I stopped. I was paralyzed. And when I say I was paralyzed, I really mean paralyzed. If you're a person who's ever struggled with overthinking and overanalyzing everything, then you would know exactly what I'm saying. I just felt completely out of my depth. I don't know how to do this. And then I just stopped. I'll record a video here, delete it, have an idea, write it down, flesh it out, and they just never hit record. And months have obviously gone by. And I realized that I was suffering and struggling with the brutality of knowing that I'm really awesome at doing some kind of things, but not necessarily good at this YouTube thing. In fact, I still feel kind of clueless, even as I'm standing, or rather sitting here and recording this video right now. Now, if you've ever felt like this, just unqualified, if you've ever felt out of your depth, if you've ever felt like this is just not me, and disqualified yourself from doing something, then this video is for you. Because this video is about how to get out of that fixed, limited mindset and actually take yourself to the next level and action your dreams and action everything that you feel called and led to do. So let's talk about what is a fixed mindset, okay? Well, a fixed mindset is, simply put, the idea and the notion that every single thing that you are, your talents, your capabilities, your entire potential is set. In other words, a fixed mindset says, I was born this way, I am this way, and there's really nothing much that I can do to change it. It's a dangerous mindset because it really, really limits us. It's a mindset that has made me struggle so much in staying consistent with making content right here on YouTube. A fixed mindset says, I'm good at what I'm good at. I succeeded at what I was successful in, and that's pretty much it. There's really nothing left and nothing more out there. And a fixed mindset is mostly dangerous because it's not true. And it hides behind realism. To say, I'm just a realist. I just know myself. I'm very aware of who I am. But are you really? Am I really? Are the questions that I found asking myself before recording this video. Now, the opposing sibling of a fixed mindset is a growth mindset. And a growth mindset says, look, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know, but I'm open to learning. I am not sure what to do, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. I'm probably going to make a mess out of this, but I'm ready to try. I'm ready to be a fool just for once so I can become better. And the question that a lot of people grapple with, including myself, is, do I have a fixed mindset or do I have a growth mindset? And I can tell you that there are 3 easy questions that you can ask yourself today that can help you to find out where you stand. So question number 1, how do you deal with failure? Now, if you are like me, in some things, I just rub it off like water on a duck's back. But in other places, if I fail, for example, if I don't feel like something is perfect when it comes to this YouTube journey, I completely go in my shell and I just recline and I just don't even try. That's a symptom of a fixed mindset. Number 2, the question that you can ask yourself is, when I see other people succeeding at a faster pace than me or living the life of my dreams that is not yet my life, how do I feel about that? Again, it doesn't mean that you see that particular success story of someone else in the same way. Like, I'm generally a person who cheers for everybody when they're succeeding. I'm really, really happy for people's wins and gains because I believe we can all succeed. However, when I saw these incredibly inspiring YouTubers and influencers, I would just feel so incredibly small and insignificant and think my thoughts might not even have an impact. So why bother recording? And the 3rd question that you can ask yourself, how often do you discount yourself when an opportunity is presented to you and you say, I'm not qualified, I'm not good enough. Then you don't even apply for that job, you don't even try for that scholarship, you just don't even take the leap, ask for the promotion, whatever it is. Now, if you answered affirmatively to any of these questions, it means there are some areas in your life where you struggle from a fixed mindset. And a fixed mindset happens to be a cage that keeps us stuck in our thoughts, that keeps us stuck in a certain identity. But I want to really bust okay, let me say it in a nice way. I want to bust the myth about this fixed mindset of thinking, but of course, Belinda, this is how I was born. That's just who I am. This is my character. This is what I know. When you think about yourself from the time that you were born until where you are right now, whatever age you are, and think about this. Apart from pooping or breathing, some physiological functions maybe, every single thing that you know right now, how to speak, the fact that you can understand me right now, how to walk, all the social cues that you understand, every single thing you had to learn it. You learned it from somewhere, you learned it from somebody, you learned it somehow. Every single thing, from walking to talking to critically thinking, analyzing, the way you see the world right now, you learned it from somewhere. And so that's it. We were not born a certain way. Yes, we have some talents, we have some abilities, we have some strengths, we have some weaknesses, but to think that that is just a fixed template of how to run our life is truly, truly not right. I heard a saying that says, if you're not growing, then you're dying. And in 2005, there's a very famous speech that Steve Jobs gave at Stanford University. And there's one particular sentence that he said that really, really stuck with me. And it said, stay hungry and stay foolish. And that began to challenge my fixed mindset. Because when you have a growth mindset, you stay hungry. You're always hungry for more. You stay foolish because you know that life has a lesson to teach you from anyone, from anything, and at any moment and in any chapter. It then helped me realize that in my fixed mindset of thinking I would never be successful, for example, at this journey, what I am telling myself is that I am satisfied. What I'm telling myself is I'm too wise to learn something new and learn how to navigate this new chapter of my life. So here's a challenge to myself and to you. I started asking myself, what if I just go ahead and do it? What if I make a fool of myself? That's okay. What's the worst thing that could happen? What if I take a chance and not rely on what I felt was conventional wisdom, knowing myself, which is actually a disguise of fear fear of the unknown, fear of trying something new, fear of not being good at something. What if I just try that? What will happen? Well, I guess we'll find out on this beautiful journey here on BelsVerse, where we do it afraid. We just try things regardless of how it turns out, and knowing that each and every experience, each and every video, each and every conversation is a conversation to grow and to level up and to continue to be better and better. Well, if you stuck with me until this end of the video, I want to know what resonates with you. Is there an aha moment that you had? What is it in your life have you been applying a fixed mindset to? And what is that one challenge, that one desire that you're hungry to overcome? I want you to write it in the comments, because I'm going to be right there with you. And to anyone who's ever felt stuck, who's ever felt stagnant in life, I want you to know that you are not alone, but the choice is yours. Which lens are you going to use? The lens that helped you to learn and accomplish all you've accomplished to date, things that are basic and things that you were really proud of? I'm here to tell you today that that is just a tip of the iceberg. The future is so much brighter. Only if you open up and use that lens of a growth mindset and know that it can only get better and better, and you can only grow further and further from the point that you are at now. Now, in the next coming weeks, we're going to be talking a little bit more about these topics and others that hopefully will resonate with you as they're resonating with me, as I'm challenging myself to grow and become better, not only at other areas of my life, but at this beautiful channel that I truly think has space and will hopefully make an impact. So don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.